Right, that's getting hot. I think so, yeah. So, we're continuing this, talk to the camera. So we're continuing this university sort of one-pot series, I suppose you could call it. Everyone's laughing at me, don't laugh at me. That's what it's called. It's a one-pot series, not that pot. Student. So, I'm just going to show you how to do, it's like a chicken and cider stew, all in one pot, really delicious. It's best done in a cast iron pan. If you haven't got one, you could just use a big saucepan, it's totally fine. But I have the privilege of having one of these. Get your parents to buy you one, or buy one with your student loan. Don't buy one with your student loan. Right, so, first job. I've got some chicken thighs here. Again, I'm using chicken thighs because they're cheap, like the budgie. So I'm gonna split those in half, and I'm gonna dust them in some flour. So, chicken thighs. I'm using 5 here. You can use 10 and freeze this down into portions. It's totally fine. So just make sure, get them boneless and skinless. You can get them from Tesco's, Morrison's, wherever, from a butcher. That's getting quite hot now. Put a little glug of oil in there. So yeah, you want all this chicken to sort of kind of be the same size, so it all cooks at the same time. So we'll just dust them with flour. What this will do is it'll help crisp the chicken up. So we want to get all these nice and browned off. You might have to do it in batches. If you don't have any tattoo gloves, just do it like, just go in bareback. Right, so I'm going to put a bit more oil in there because that flour's sucking them all up. So we're going to get that nice and hot, nice and crispy. And then we'll take them off the heat once they're nice and browned. Okay, so heat tongs. It's not brown enough yet. It'll take a while, we'll speed this bit up now. And it's ready. So brown that on both sides. While that's browning, we can get to preparing our vegetables and the like. Where's my peeler? There. Hey? Right, so that's as browned as we're going to get that. So just remove that. Keep your pot on the heat, your pan on the heat. And then we want to get our prepped vegetables. Chop these nice and rough, but again of a similar size so they cook at the same time. Get those in. Another big lug of oil. The recipe for this, by the way, is on cranble.com. A bit of garlic. I've got some garlic. Here's some I made earlier. Some sliced garlic in there. And then I'll peel my onion. You can use red or white onions, doesn't matter. Just using white because I've got them in the fridge. See how it's just nice and rough, doesn't matter. Rough as toast, my dad used to say. She's rough as toast there, Matthew. Get them in. Give it a nice stir around. If you want to use a wooden spoon or a spatula if you've got access to one. Get all that coated, a little bit of salt and pepper. Then I'm going to put some whole tarragon stalks in. They're quite woody, so we can pick these out afterwards, but we just want them for the flavour. So we'll put those in. Starting to smell really nice now. Big lug of oil. A lot of oil goes into this. Right, so I'll peel these apples. I need to totally check my recipe because I've forgotten what goes in next. This is why this is a cracking website. Carrots, onions, apple stock cider tarragon. Cool, right. That smells delicious. Right, so we'll go in with our cider. Oh, it's nice and fizzy, that cider. What I'm doing now is I'm deglazing, so all that flavour from the chicken that was stuck to the bottom and that vegetable that are caramelised, we're just using that liquid to take that flavour off the bottom, so we're deglazing the pan. So there's no flavour lost. It smells beautiful and appley, believe it or not. So don't matter what, use eating apples, don't use cooking apples, because cooking apples will tend to just go to like flob and they're not really much cop and stuff like this. Keep them nice and chunky. So I've got some chicken stock here as well, so I'm going to add some nice dark chicken stock there. Add that, and then bring that back up to the boil. Put our chicken back in. That chicken in there. Oh, I'm surprised, it's my recipe. And our apples. So we'll bring that to the boil, cover it, and then we leave it for 25 minutes, let that chicken cook. Let's have a little taste. Appley. Right, so lid goes on. We'll come back in 25 minutes. Yep. Are you filming? Let's have a look. 25 minutes. You can take it further if you want the sauce thicker. So I'm just going to strip some of these tarragon stalks. So we've got some leaves. Just run a knife through it. Turn the heat off so that boil comes down. And then some fresh tarragon in there. Take those stalks out. There it is. And then here we have a lovely chicken and apple cider stew. Really simple, really cheap, under a tenner. It freezes really well, keeps really well. A lot of carrots in there. Nobody needs that many carrots in their life, do they? And a fly as well, for good measure. And there's chicken, and then let's get some of those lovely braised leeks.
It's on the fridge.
The flyers?
Yeah, get it.
Is it still there?
Yeah, on top of the fridge.
One pot, it'll feed you for a couple of days, and it costs about £8. Pretty good that, I would say.